Поехали. Это мы смотрели. Это тоже.
Something I want to talk about. It concerns the running of Mother Base. Come meet with me. You came. This base... Go for them, not me. This base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves. Like any organization, we need good people. And we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you. Start bringing people in, use this. It's a Fulton recovery device. When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here. And we'll see if we can't persuade them to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go on. Test it out on the staff here. Anyone you want. First, put them to sleep.
Don't pull any punches.
Tranquilizer gun, don't you? What's the matter, boss? That's one way of doing it. Now extract it. Good. Extraction complete. You can only Fulton recover someone if they're not resisting it. No dead bodies either. They don't make great recruits. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your iDroid. Select staff management from the Mother Base menu. So that staff member was placed on the R&D team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that'll support you on missions. Take a look at the development list. Select weapons items under the development heading.
Please specify.
That's the R&D team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Didn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list. The last word in infiltration technology. Or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team. Go extract a few more people. Boss, put the iDroid away for a moment. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC next? Show them how it's done, boss. Try throwing them. It's the best way to knock someone out instantly.
Так, чтобы ответить на код, быстро отклоните, нажмите кнопку Б.
Thank you, boss.
I suppose that works too. Good. Extraction complete. One thing I should mention. A Fulton extraction won't always be successful. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, they could end up going missing. You can determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. All right, extract the next staff member.
I'm ready, boss.
Что интересно, потом эти солдаты все равно его, прибегают сюда. Вот.
Now that we have more people on the R&D team, its level has gone up. We should be able to develop a cardboard box.
Select weapons items under the
Now select cardboard box and start development. Just be aware that development requires fun.
Development has finished.
Please select a
You can have the support unit supply you with weapons and items you've developed. Think of it as your own personal delivery service.
Сейчас вот сюда нам сбросит коробку.
Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you'd know what to do. Try it out. One last thing. The staff members you extracted were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move them around. Well, that about does it.
Mission info has been updated.
Board the chopper when you're ready for a mission. Open your iDroid and select a landing zone to tell it where to pick you up. Or if you're still in the mood for knocking guys on their asses, you can stay around here a while. Give them in some practice. Just come pay me a visit.
Но он говорит, что потренировать солдат, но мы уже тренировали, как бы, поэтому пробежимся по нашей базе. Наша база очень большая. В ней ничего нет пока. Но на ней есть одна штука, на которую надо посмотреть. Наша база такая же, как и база Анклава в Fallout. То есть на нефтяной платформе, на Сейшелах. Ну ладно, хватит по базе бегать, я думаю, отправиться на задание.
Boss, let's practice your CQC. Begin by grabbing. Once you grab someone, you're free to do as you like. Interrogate him, knock him out, kill him. Scratch that last one. Go ahead, knock. Good. Extract the staff member.
I'm ready, boss.
Now for fist fight. Strike an adversary repeatedly to knock him out. He'll stay unconscious for longer than if you throw him. Like you, snake. Try it one more time.
Thanks for that, boss.
Так, бросок у нас по-другому немного делается, тут обучение почему-то смешанное, ну ладно.
Extraction arrived at Mother
The rest
Base.
will fall into place with some time in the field. Go ahead and call the chopper from your eye drone.
Так, полетели до задания.
Marker placed. Marker removed. Marker placed. Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Squad, arriving shortly at LZ. This is B Squad, on station at LZ.
You have arrived at your destination.
Gaining altitude.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added. Mission list updated.
Boss, I know you haven't been back long, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid.
Смотрим, что у нас тут нового. Так, у нас вот он.
So SALT 2 still hasn't gone into effect. That treaty was drawn up to limit not just the size of the US and Soviet Union's nuclear arsenals, but also their delivery systems. The whole deal. Just when we thought all those years of negotiations had paid off, somebody decides to invade Afghanistan. The timing couldn't have been worse. The president was in the middle of the SALT 2 talks back then. You mean while you were busy trying to stop Peace Walker? I heard. President Ford was meeting with the General Secretary in Vladivostok. In his absence, the political brass in America detected what they didn't realize was false nuclear launch data from Peace Walker, and were on the verge of ordering a retaliatory nuclear strike.
Coleman's big idea? Humans are incapable of destroying themselves. Turns out he never knew what humans are capable of.
If that AI, I mean, the boss, hadn't found a way to stop the fake data transmission, they probably would have gone ahead with the launch.
Deterrence was revealed as the pipe dream it was.
All thanks to you. And her. The U.S.-Soviet talks looked set to fall through. What happened in Nicaragua no doubt helped trigger a change of heart. But in the end...
The time's to find the politics. When you've grabbed their tail, they turn and bite your hand.
I first met you 20 years ago now. The place was Selenouyarsk in the Soviet Union.
Ну это мы уже... Где у нас миссия?
Your men had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF. Officially, they're an anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid, and Paz, a mole who worked for Cypher as bait. While you were gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes. XOF. Kisses and hugs followed by a big FU. All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist. Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board, giving the enemy a perfect opportunity to hit you at home. You were returning from Cuba when it happened. Mother Base came damn close to taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again, until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell, huh? Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down to hell, and they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you. Here, Snake, try this on. A prosthetic arm.
Это мы знаем. Так.
Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation.
I remember, but...
I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now, but this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world. those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The mother base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good.
Остался у нас район британской военной базы Джекели на Кипре.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain.
Why Dekelia?
The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent.
Zero created Cypher, an information network to tap into every corner of the globe. Woven together, Cypher's arteries make the world just one big organism. And that's not all. It also monitors the thorn in Zero's side. That's you, tracking your coordinates wherever you might go. The further you strayed from your roots, the larger Zero became. It's as if he was trying to close the gap between you. But before long, he disappeared from public life. Only a few people had direct contact with him. For a time, I was one of them. Then a year after you fell into your coma, he slipped out of sight entirely. Since then, nothing. No photos, no recordings, not even a reliable rumor as to his whereabouts. I tried every method I could think of, but Zero was gone. Freed of his control, his creation, his power continued to grow. Cypher is a great beast, and Zero was its spine. But even without him, it's endured, evolved. But now its body is rotting, riddled with parasites. Parasites like the ones who attacked you 9 years ago in the Caribbean, and then at the hospital. Cypher's Black Ops Unit, XOF. They learned where you were, and came to wipe the slate clean. The Soviet troops on the ground want to go home, but at least they have homes to go back to. The Afghans have lost theirs. The Soviets destroy the kishlaks, villages, wherever they can. They burn down homes and fields, fill in wells, turn pastures into minefields. It's created a mass of refugees who fled to Pakistan. If the Mujahideen are fish swimming around the villages, the Soviets will go so far as to dry out their ocean. But this has had a big price. There's bitter resentment among the Afghans, and they're taking out their anger on the soldiers on the front lines. Among the Mujahideen are the Pashtun people. They're fiercely devoted to their code of Badal, or revenge. Soviets they've captured have had their hands, feet, and noses cut off before being left to die at the side of the road, just to show their comrades what they're capable of. Friendlies who come across them can do nothing but put them out of their misery. Then they burn down another village in retaliation. And the cycle of vengeance goes on. Christmas Eve, 1979, the Soviet Union rolled into Afghanistan. Muslims had revolted against the Soviet-friendly regime established the year before. The DRA forces could no longer contain it themselves, so the Soviets went in to intervene. The Afghan government was powerless and fraught with infighting. They lost the hearts and minds of the people, and that alarmed the Soviet leadership. With the Islamic Revolution happening in Iran, the Soviets felt they had to act fast or risk the spread of Islamic revivalism. A superpower, sending a motorized rifle division against men on horseback with antique rifles. Everyone thought it'd be over in an instant, only it wasn't. Some Muslims made their fight a jihad, a holy war, and began a guerrilla campaign on all fronts. A war of attrition. These fighters call themselves Mujahideen. They're being supported by the West through Pakistan. That's why Miller was involved. He was training them near the Zero Line, sponsored by the CIA. The war has become a nightmare for the Soviet troops stationed here. They thought they'd be headed home in 6 months at the most. Then a year passed. 2 years. Now here we are 4 years on with no exit in sight. Afghanistan has become the Soviet Union's Vietnam. The Soviet troops on the...
Поехали на задание, я думаю.
I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means wet work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone. The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
Так. Отсюда. Деревня Шагу. Нужно устранить командира подразделения спецназа.
Mission accepted.
Точка. Режим аэрофотоснимка. Ну, высадимся, я думаю, на горной гряде.
Heading to Afghanistan.
Что у нас по оборудованию? По оборудованию доски густо. Все есть, а поддержки. Магазин пустой. Мин нет. Так, коробку мы взяли, фантомная сигара. Так, сигара нам нужна, чтобы мотать время. ПНВ понятно. А что у нас еще есть интересно? К сожалению, больше ничего. Инструменты. Бинокль, фултоп и дроид. Пока без всего, конечно. Транспорт. Коняшка. Посмотрим. Министр ландшафт. Нормально. Напарников у нас только лошадь. Ехали, в общем. В 6 вечера, 6 утра. Сразу. Ночью, как обычно. В 6 сменяется вечерний караул.
Target is a Spetsnaz detachment commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you. Boss, make your way to Dishago Calais and eliminate the target.
Летаем за него высоко. Так, посмотрим лонгимен. Понятненько.
We can use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need. Then go find them if you get the chance. It'll keep the staff happy too. It's a type of medicinal plant. We can use that to make tranquilizer rounds more potent.
Так, 22-я дорога, 25-я. Угу. Лагерь окружен скалами.
Many animals in the field. Truth is, an environmental NGO has asked us to remove wild animals from combat zones. If you have the time, can you extract some back here? There's a reward in it for us.
Можно ловить волков. Первый лагерь.
shells travel in a curved trajectory, meaning they hit from up above you.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Песчаная буря.
So a sandstorm's coming. Sandstorms effectively make you blind and deaf, but that goes for the enemy too. Use the situation to your advantage. He speaks Russian. What we need is an interpreter. The main principle of intelligence work is intel gathering. But that's a problem if you don't speak the enemy's language. We need a staff member with the interpreter skill to do a simultaneous interpretation.
Guard post captured.
processed. It may not be much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
Ничего нельзя эвакуировать, потому что погода плохая.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up. An AA gun. It's the sturdiest building in the area. It'd be perfect for the target to hole up in. A Soviet soldier. A lot of them came from Central Asia before, but lately they've been using more and more Russians. Simple, really. There's less hesitation to pull the trigger if they're not fighting their own race. Morbid cynicism, but it gets results. That's humanity for you.
You have arrived at your destination.
Так, с этой стороны подойти попроще. Только один чел с прожектором. Все. И один на патруле. С той стороны народ гораздо больше, потому что там главный вход. Так, еще один патрульный. Дождем, что он хочет. Может быть, анекдот рассказать. Так, время 23:00. Смена караул в 6 утра будет. Это просто патрульный ходит вокруг базы. Тот охраняет вход. Внутри есть наша цель. Который слушает музончик. Пока этот чел обходит, нужно проползти. Еще один патрульный. Совсем придется устранять. Еще один.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Это КП, понял. Всем боевым группам проверить окрестности. Избавиться от чужака. Конец связи.
Увидели нашу фигню. Херово дело. Придется смотреть с точки сохранения. К сожалению, эвакуационную систему Фултон спалили с вышек, поэтому нужно действовать более аккуратно. Посмотрим, что у нас по миссии вообще. Хоть дополнительные задания. Так, красный берет, командир спецназа. Доступные навыки стрелок. Еще один вдалеке. Довольно много патрульных, было меньше. Они вроде все ушли на патруль, поэтому можно будет залезть. Что-то здесь опять не получилось у нас. Ходил чувак на вышке. Придумать. Чтобы их отвлечь. Так, заход на первый этаж с другой стороны, не там. Написано же, я играю. Так, все ушли. Опять же пошли на патруль 3 тела. Чтобы вышка нас еще раз не спалила. Это основная проблема. Вот наш офицер.
That's the target.
За музыкой наши шаги практически не слышно. Не говорим по-русски. К сожалению, придется его убить. Как бы он не был для нас важен.
Objectives complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. Don't hang around.
Можно было, конечно, попробовать эвакуировать в бездвижном состоянии. Враг говорит нам убить его обязательно. Возьмем кассету. Китсон Америка. Ха-ха-ха. Сейчас пройдут наши бойцы. Ладно. Пока есть окно, нужно уходить. Надо выйти из опасной зоны отсюда.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss. Mission complete.
Отлично. Можно было попробовать, конечно, эвакуировать этого типа, усыпить, взять его и эвакуировать с вертушки, но не знаю, прокатил бы это, потому что задание требует его обязательно убить. И причем это убийство не засчитывается в убийстве, вон там вкладка без убийств пустой, без рапида 10 тысяч очков, без боевых треховок 5 тысяч очков. Вот. Все равно не очень хорошо, потому что я переигрывал 2 раза. Сейчас пауза рекламная. Так. Так, сейчас все будет, ребятки. Так, сейчас, секунду. Что сделаю? Все готово. Поехали. Так, минус 400 нам дали за доставку. Окей, все-таки двух типов, значит, засчитало, по идее. После каждого задания будет идти титр, так что кто снимался? Хидео Кодзима сделал под такой мини-сериал. Я, кстати, играю с клавы, потому что у меня в джойстике сели батарейки.
How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again? Having choppers and a horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed.
Красава. Быть добровольцы у нас есть. И Эмбер Фокс. Фоксхаунда, наверное. Язык английский. Так, английский язык, нам нужен переводчик на русский срочно, чтобы допрашивать людей. Значит, B1, это значит спец по поддержке, я так понимаю, что это значит за коробка. Так, первый, значит, это штурм, второй инженер, третий ученый, походу, С это медик, еще одна С это радист или что-то со связи. Вот коробка пока мне непонятно, что это значит. Так, и еще один чувак, Gold Fox, тоже английский, категория Б, инженер. И медик, Дизи Кендерпит, медик. Идем дальше. Так, поехали дальше. Еще есть несколько миссий.
Objectives to be completed, and information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
Так, вот, эвакуация переводчиком. Угу. Значит, на аванпосту. Замечательно.
Please select a mission.
Там же миссии с информационного университетское оборудование связи в крепости. Вот это нам первоочередная задача, это нужно нам эвакуировать русского переводчика. Это будет Очень хорошо.
Please select a mission.
Так, а здесь у нас, кроме того, есть информационная война. Советское оборудование. Прослушаем инструктаж.
Information warfare is more than just intel gathering. It also means disrupting enemy communications. Your mission is to punch a hole in the comms network between the Soviet outposts. That'll cut off their means to call in reinforcements. Technically, we were given this mission by a Western-backed Arab organization supporting the guerrillas. But it'll also give us a leg up in the future. Take a look at the location of the Eastern Communications Post on your iDroid. Head there and destroy its comms equipment. He who controls information controls operations. Just look at Cypher. Good luck, boss.
Пригодится. Давайте переигрывание заданий. Можно его все-таки было эвакуировать, а не ликвидировать. Большого расстояния. Собрана сумма. Между деревней Шага и крепостью Спугай. Окей, ладно. Этим займемся позже, я думаю. Информационная война и переводчик — наша главная сейчас задача.
Mission accepted. The map has been updated.
Так, и сейчас у нас на главной базе начнем, наверное, какие-то разработки. Так, здесь про животных, которых мы можем поймать, за которые нас заплатят. Песчанка, еж. Куча позывных. Очень много всего в базе. Не персонал у нас еще. Пока из нее автораспределение. Всех распределили. Миллер, Оцелот, но они как бы всегда будут тут висеть, мне кажется. Уж они закрыты для распределения. Хотя у нас почему-то написано еще 3 человека. И тогда все сотрудников распределим. Отлично. Камуфляж. Так. Коня. Замечать. Потом нам еще нужна снайперская винтовка. Камуфляж. Пистолетом что у нас? Все закрыто у нас.
Плохо, что, конечно, нереальные названия.
Можно потом будет почитать. Но... Так, C4. Есть коробка. Скоп, бинокль. Так, вот следующее нам нужно, конечно же, улучшить наш инскоп, чтобы можно сразу смотреть навыки было, что они умеют делать, солдатики. Я вот фултон не вижу, какая... А, увеличение наносимый боезапас 3. Понятно. И по форме. Паки. Сейчас у нас тигр. Мы можем открыть лис пустыни.
Пустынный камуфляж. Хаки у нас тигр на фоне зернисто-каменистого, значит, мы менее заметны, а вот лис пустыни на фоне открытого мы менее заметны. Но сейчас нам нужно, вот сразу мы видим, что мы можем как бы использовать автомат, пистолет сделать, дробовик, дымовуху, сигнальную гранату из Ground Zeroes, снайперку, пистолетик и камуфляж. Ну давайте разработаем камуфляж. Нет, нам сейчас он не нужен. Насколько будет разрабатываться сразу? 40 тысяч ГПМ. Думаю, пока обождем. Посмотрим, что на вертолет можно повесить. Динамик. Пулемет стоит. Все пучком тут нормально. Так, итак, наше основное сейчас, основное задание. Нужно нарушить восточный пункт связи возле крепости Спугай. Захватить переводчика в плен на русский, потому что нам очень нужен.
Marker placed.
по-английски? Это не просто. Наверное, работает в переводческом отделении, аналитики, западной разведки. Я часто вижу, у тебя свет допоздна.
Да, я всегда читаю газеты и журналы с той стороны. Я даже думаю по-английски.
Правда? Научи меня каким-нибудь клевым выражением. На случай, если я вдруг встречу американца.
Хорошо, повторяй за мной. I spent last night with your girlfriend.
With your girlfriend.
Это было неплохо.
Правда? И что это значит?
Я друг твоего приятеля.
Ого, это действительно полезно. Любые мелочи могут помочь в этой холодной войне, да?
Точно. Эти слова могут спасти твою жизнь.
Ха-ха, может быть. В следующий раз ты должен научить меня еще чему-нибудь.
Конечно, увидимся.
Вырубить этих двух молодых людей и захватить того. Единственное, осложняет дело то, что сейчас день, а не ночь. 7:30 утра. Тут одна постройка, только особо не спрячешься. Посмотрим, кто из них ходит. Походу, никто. Что в этом доме мне с графоном не то. Перевозчик у нас в кармане.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Unit function
Boss,
added.
that language specialist you extracted has been very cooperative. Says he's always dreamed of living a free life, like folks in the West. What are the
Еще одна добровольца.
God had him placed him in the support unit. His job is Russian interpretation. Now you'll know what Soviet soldiers are saying. You can even interrogate them. Should give you an edge in the mission.
В домах что-то совсем с графоном у меня не то. Уровень графики поменять. Так, сейчас, секунду. Нет, это не от этого, скорее всего, надо игру перезапустить. Сейчас мы, значит, перезапустимся, наверное. Возможно, тогда, хотя навряд ли, я думаю, задание. Контрольная точка вроде у нас тут была. Именно в доме такая проблема.